This is a tensegrity structure that is designed to mimic the human pelvis and the legs. And what's kind of cool is if you pretend like you're walking, you have movement through the solid strut segments. Now, of course, this isn't exactly what it looks like in our bones as we walk, but our iliums, our pelvis is, we talk about like a pelvic bowl, which is kind of a clumsy way to talk about it because we actually have two segments combined with the pubic symphysis as at the front, which you know is extremely malleable, it moves a lot. And then we've got a sacrum, which is the base of your spine, with two joints on either side of that. And that ilium is actually designed to do this kind of a motion. So you might think your legs start here, but there's motion and kinetic movement in walking more central, more integral, and higher up than your acetabulum. So you probably kind of figured out what I'm alluding to. We really like the idea of tensegrity because it really coalesces quite well with a lot of the properties of fascia. If you think of our body as a tensegrity structure, we look at the bony components as not being held together under compression mechanics, which is kind of an old school way to think about it. We think of our entire body as dynamically buoyant and held together by this tensional network and able to move and be resilient and handle a lot of shock and force. I mean, it's, when you go running, it's literally hundreds of pounds. It's not your body weight in onto your joints. It's doubled, tripled, quadrupled amounts of your body weight, force, pounds per square inch, into your joints. So we think about the body as organizing, self-organizing around this kind of tensional network of fascia. And that's important because then that actually starts to change our idea about what we need to do in order to support the body. Hence, let's do all four sides of the body and balance the entire fascial, myofascial structure of the system and tweak the tensegrity to maybe get some things lined up or to kind of maintain a really good relationship through long continuities of fascia and joints. So just that concept there sort of like shifts your perception in terms of like, how does the body actually work? Or if I have a knee injury, what other relationships within the tensional network do I need to understand in order to actually get those right relationships happening? As I was working with your toe today, I was like, oh, here and here and here and here. I could feel that tensional network. I could also see it. I could see the tensegrity of that system. And that tends to be really common in terms of strains and stresses that are placed on our body aren't just local, but they're usually more in network patterns that we can then begin to understand and work with. So it's one of the good reasons one good reason to work with fascia.